let's move on now to our next session. So benefits. So this is all about focusing exclusively on how flexible benefits speak to each employee individually, and it's all about Schneider Electric and what they're doing. Again, one of our global partners, really important indeed for us, and we'll be looking at really how we can finally answer the question, what's digitalization have to do with benefits? I'm thinking about that already. I'm sure as I say that to you, that's going around in your mind, but the person who's going to answer that for us or give us more of a flavor on really how we can think towards that is our next speaker right now from Schneider Electric, Tamara Živanović. Tamara.
Hey.
Hello,
so,
good morning.
Hey. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
Excellent.
Fantastic.
So where are you?
I'm in Belgrade. We're in Belgrade right now. Where are you right now?
The same. We
are probably next door. Maybe even closer. Maybe not even in the same room, but maybe in the same, almost very close indeed. We'll find out a little bit later on. Listen, Tamara, I'm going to leave it up to you right now. Again, if questions are coming through towards the end, I'll pop back up, and then I can have that exchange with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Over to you.
All right. So let me see. Do we see the presentation? Yeah. Okay. Excellent. All right. So can we start with a session? I hope yes. I think yes. All right. So welcome to this session, Benefits in Digitization. Last year, our colleagues from Schneider discussed about the recognition platform that we have, how it works, what it brings to employees. And this year we take it further. So this year we'll be speaking about flex benefits, and actually we'll be speaking about our experience in the first year of implementing a flex benefits platform. So my name is Tamara Živanović, I'm HRBP in Schneider Electric, and this will be my topic for today. So one task for you. Can you imagine that you have benefits in a way that you always imagined? Like, I don't know, you see an advertisement for a spa day and you think, this is what I want. And then you realize, well, I can pay this from my benefits program. Or, for example, you see some interesting photography lessons and you realize, this is what I can also have from my benefits. And this is actually what the whole thing is about. I will tell you a bit more in a second. So, why this was important for us? Because actually this digital platform and the whole Flex Benefits program has helped us look inwards and focus back on us. So how did this happen? How does this happen anytime? So I would invite you just to think about, are there any one of you who's been working in a company that's being acquired by another company? So for us, this was reality. We are a company of 1,000 employees in software business. We have joined Schneider Electric as fully acquired in 2019. And actually, what we were focusing very much on in these first years was a lot about integration, transition, integration with the other Schneider entity in Serbia, integration with Schneider Corporate. It was a lot of work, really. And in HR, what do? Actually, we were focusing a lot on all of these values, processes, how we do things, why we do things. And what was missing for sure was focus on individuals, because all of the employees were also going through the transition, but actually we were not able to focus on them as much as we wanted. So we thought, what if we could focus also on employees and continue all of these different projects in integration? And then we thought, well, what should we think about? Focusing back on us, let's see, where are we with benefits? What do we need? what are exactly the needs that we have at the moment. And then we realized there are so many things. Like we were thinking about the program for children, we were thinking about extending our insurance scope. We were thinking about many different things in different scopes. And then we realized actually what we need is more options. So this is when we realized, okay, now it's high time to start with flex benefits. And this type of solution is something that will help us in this. And with this, actually, what happened was the whole dialogue turned inwardly, and we were thinking about what is it that we need, what does each individual need, and this was so nice for a change. I mean, we're focusing on integration, and this was taking a lot of working hours, and focusing back on us really grounded us for a moment and made us grateful. So actually, somebody was mentioning in few sessions ago, maybe on Monday, something like how to personalize any program and how to choose which programs to personalize when you have 300 people. Actually, what our task was to personalize benefits for 1,000 people. So this is what we wanted. Now let's see how it started. We're going to speak today about actually a platform. It's a platform that enables flex benefits. So we will call it the platform. What do we have here? There are different stakeholders. So for employees, there is a budget. Then you go into the platform. You have different categories. You select what you want, and you go spend your money. Categories can be anything, any type of offers to purchase some goods or some services. So whatever, you will see in a second later. And employees are free to select whatever they want, up to their annual budget. Then for the company, again, there is a budget. You need to budget for this program. So if anyone is thinking about it for next year, now it's really high time to do it. Then what you need to do, there is a contract to sign, and then there is a monthly invoice. I'm saying a monthly invoice because there is one monthly invoice. And then you have to make all the taxes and contributions through the payroll. So this is the model, let's say. And actually, why is this approach so attractive? I mean, why flex? You know that, I mean, this is what we're speaking about these days, that everything now is about flexibility and about a personalized approach. And that's why for somebody, benefits would be starting with private pension. For somebody else, it will be purchasing fuel. And for others, going to buy some groceries, or I don't know, going to a gym, buying some toys, or, you know, take care of your puppy, going to the pet store. So personalized approach is actually about taking care of as many employees that you can. And previously, what we had, we would have many negotiations, we would have so many suppliers, and actually we ended up with not too many satisfied employees, because there is so much that can be offered and not everyone is interested. And on top, I mean, this is what you know, I mean, you're all in HR, we would be ending up with extremely heavy administration. And it was always, you know, strange. We're offering something to employees, but then we're suffering to make it happen. So let's see then how this works. We decided, all right, it's time to do it. We want to do it. And actually, let's see now how to do it. We decided, first of all, to give to employees two separate budgets. There is a flex budget and there is a learnings budget. So for the flex budget, they can purchase any type of services, goods, whatever, from really hundreds of suppliers. And for learning, the idea was really to encourage employees to select the training program, the conference, or to purchase some materials, books, whatever, which are aligned with what they've spoke about with their managers. So there is a development chat with the manager, and then employees are free to choose how they will find that skills, build up that skill or whatever. So this is the learning budget. Then one of the great things is there is only one provider for us, so not many providers like we had before. And there is only one monthly invoice. Then what else? Something really amazing. The amount and the quantity and the quality actually of reports that we are getting, the data that we are able to analyze and navigate is also a great benefit for us. So we can now actually navigate better what we want to do with our benefits. Then what else is there? There is this direct interface with employees, meaning that there is a platform and there are people supporting it, which are, let's call it customer service for our employees that can navigate them through the platform and support them with different purchases. And also what we said, okay, this year, we want to go full flex. What does this mean? We want to have opportunity that everyone can propose a supplier. So any supplier can be included in the platform, and then everyone else can use this supplier. So you see, it's a win-win-win for employees, for us, for suppliers, also for the provider of Flex. So this is how we started. And also we said, okay, we want to do this, we want to pioneer it, but also let's be smart. We want to give ourselves opportunity to learn from what we will do this year, and to make sure to get employee feedback as we go, really on all of the stages, and then implement it. So we really want to see how we'll use this year so that we can polish the right program for the next year. And this is it. So, okay. Now we have platform running. Employees are starting to browse, to spend. We have some first users in different categories. We have also focused on us internally, which is visible. And on top, we have these amazing reports. We can analyze 24/7. I mean, this is what we like to do. And then what happens? It happens that we actually start having more ideas. What does this mean? We managed to have administration so lean. It was beautiful. I mean, you have pre-populated templates that you enter into the payroll. So, I mean, it's really very, very lean. And we said, well, it's working so well. What else can we do? I mean, what other things could be done in a similar digital way? We were thinking, okay, so what's complex to organize? What needs follow-up? What's also needed by the organization? It was beginning of Q2. It was very nice outside. It was nice weather. And we said, look, maybe team buildings. Can we do team buildings through the platform? Can we digitalize at least some part of it? And we went back to our provider and said, guys, look, this is what we thought about. What do you think? Can we do it? And actually, they said, oh, wow, okay, this is an interesting idea. Let's see. Well, okay, let's try. Let's do it. And this was one of the key moments, actually. This was a great moment because this is when we realized that we not only have a provider, that we're really starting to partner with them. And that actually we have somebody who will support us and has stepped up in supporting us do something that's necessary for our business. And this was really a great thing and great reaction from them. And we did it. I mean, we entered some offers for team building. We opened a new category, uploaded all these offers, and we started with it. So this is it. And now actually, we have a beautiful platform. Things are working, but actually not everything runs smooth. I mean, especially in early adoption stages, it's never smooth. So I would like to share also a few conclusions about that. So how does Flex work? To purchase something, you need either to buy a voucher or you go straight to the supplier, you select something and you get the pro forma invoice. And then we went into a bit of analytics, because you have all of these from different reports. And we thought about, okay, let's check what are our employees purchasing most. So what are the top categories, and what's in common for these purchases? And then we realized what's in common is that most of these were actually vouchers. Why is it like this? We thought about that. We spoke with employees, and we realized, okay, this is what they are doing because this is the easiest way. And this was also a great lesson for us. This was one of the aha moments, because we said, aha, great. This is something that we can do to improve things. Let's see if we want to have either more vouchers, or if we want to have a different approach to different categories so that they are also available for employees. So great for us. Then let's see. What's also important, thinking about the project and implementation. This is a change project. And when you're making a change, it's really important to be aware of it all the time. So it doesn't happen, let's call it uncontrolled. You really need to be aware of all the steps inside the change. And actually, we're all saying that digitization is the future of HR. I mean, it's already the present of HR, data, analytics, etc. But actually, change is not only about the idea, it's also about the adoption. And for us, we made all the steps, we implemented this idea, but actually, it doesn't happen very fast. So digitization is fast, but change doesn't happen very fast. It requires a supporting ecosystem to thrive. So what does this mean? For example, hundreds of suppliers, but actually not all of them were all the time aware of this approach. And this is actually one of the things that can be done better next year. So for us, it will be important really to select which are the key suppliers and to see how to arrange with them that they are all the time aware of us purchasing through this platform. And then why is this? I mean, there are different expectations. So you have expectations from employees. When something is digital, it has to be smart. I mean, it's more than smart. And then when something is digital, it has to be perfect, but it has to be perfect in a way how I imagine perfect. You see, very, very high bar. Then from the company, expectations are to have a simple administration stream, which is able to offer more to employees. And we thought about, look, who is actually the user here? I mean, is it employees or is it the company? And in this, we realized that how it's important to make both of these parties satisfied, because this is the only way to do it. So this is, again, one of the key learnings for us for next year. So we were thinking about different approaches. And we said, okay, as the year is closing, let's see also what we have, what other things we can catch from the analytics. And after this beautiful start and some bumps in the middle, let's see as the year is closing, what do we have? How can we assess? And we realized that after 5 months of use, there were 57% of employees that used at least one flex option. Excellent. I mean, for 5 months, great. Then we had 22% of employees using at least one learning option. For us, this is one of the signs, okay, let's see what's going on, how to do it next year. And maybe this was one of the key things, the third row, that when we looked into reports, we realized that there are 80 various suppliers that employees have purchased from. So can you imagine, I mean, with your finance teams asking to open 80 suppliers? It doesn't happen. And actually, we had 1,200 single purchases, which means that actually we had 1,246 wishes fulfilled without having that number of invoices. I mean, really, really amazing approach. We tracked the budget. It was okay after 5 months. And we looked into the categories that employees are buying. And actually, these are the top 3 categories. All right. We also asked employees the feedback. We were cautious. We thought, okay, we want to have this as a successful project, but let's also be open and listen to employees. And we were open to hear their feedback. And actually, what we got is that 90% of them are satisfied with introducing of flex benefits. And we're working in an IT company. So in IT, when you have 90% acceptance, this is great. I mean, this is amazing. Then we had 64% of employees that could fulfill exactly what they're needed from the platform. And an additional 10% that said, I can buy at least something. Again, great for us. But then in the verbatim, we'd also had something like comments like, we would like to have even a more versatile offer. We would like to have clearer instructions. Great comments for us. And this is also for us how to manage change better, because again, change needs to be managed well. So this is the clear communication part. All right. So to close this, the key findings that we had. First is that flexibility, such vast flexibility is possible, but it requires frame and structure. So the frame is something that you need to do, something that you need to define the number of suppliers that want categories, etc., some rules around it. And the structure is given by the provider, by the platform. Then what else? It's important to polish your options to make sure that whatever is offered is really something that can be easily used and easily consumed by employees. Also, it's really smart to take small bites. I mean, even in introducing the change, communicating about it bit by bit and asking about it, getting feedback works better. But also one other thing, for sure, disruptive things and new things require a supportive ecosystem. And this is actually one of the things that we're discussing today. I mean, this is a digital day. And for us, we're all parts of this market, even in a digital way. And actually, it's us making this ecosystem. So this is a step-by-step approach, and this is really something exciting. And we invite you to try something similar. Then what else? One of the key findings is that digitization supports other digitization projects. What does this mean? This means that when we saw the lean administration, we realized, maybe we can do this in some other parts of the process as well. So we had some new projects. And also the last part, it's so important to act like partners with employees, but also with the provider, because this is the way to go. This is really important to be always constantly between them and looking for feedback and implementing it as we go. So this is it. This is all from us. A lot of info. If you're interested, we can stay a bit longer later in networking part. I mean, you can contact any of our HR colleagues. So we're happy to share.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Listen, Tamara, we've got quite a lot of engagement with this. Let's go through these questions quite quickly. Yes. Let's see. So from Emilia, what is the yearly employee budget based on? Is it depending on seniority or something different?
Okay, for us, we decided to have the same budget for all employees. So all levels of seniority would have the same budget for Flex and the same budget for learning. So we believe really, and we discussed this already in some of the previous sessions, in Schneider, we see everyone as a talent and everyone we want to treat fairly. So everyone's got the same budget.
Okay, next question from Anna, again connected with the budget. How did you manage budget for this system when employees are located in different countries? So naturally there are different costs for benefits.
Yeah, okay. So this is a project that we're running in Serbia. It's one of the pilots inside Schneider. So for other countries, there are different suppliers as well. And we see that other Schneiders are also trying to find a local, let's say a local solution. One of the key things to have a local solution is because of taxes and contributions. So it's really very heavy. And I mean, we were happy with the local solution, but this means that it covers only the territory of Serbia.
Okay. Next one. Why do you think that benefits can compensate for the lack of a quality work atmosphere?
Oh, they cannot, of course. I mean, so benefits are there on top, and if there is no base, I mean, that's why they're called benefits. I mean, they're not called the base. So this is really something that's on top.
Next one. How do you decide if you accept the proposed supplier? I mean, is there any criteria? I'm sure there are, but
yeah, the approach was let's have it open. So whatever supplier is proposed, let's include them. And actually now we are thinking that maybe we'll do it in a different way. So maybe it does make sense to have to sift it a bit and to see which are the right suppliers for us. So first the idea was to go full flex, and now we will see how we'll roll out in the next year.
And finally, just someone mentioned they didn't catch the name of the platform. Can you just repeat the name of the platform?
Okay, so maybe we'll do it offline. So okay, not to do some advertising over here online. It's no problem. We'll do it offline.
Okay, wonderful. Listen, Tamara, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Lots of, as you can see, lots of engagement and a session that has been quite productive as well. Again, those of you that would like to reach out to Tamara, I'm sure you could do that. She's on social networks. I know she's on. I think she's on Twitter, on Instagram as well. Is that right? You're on Instagram?
Sure.
Instagram,
LinkedIn.
You name it, she's on it. Right, there we are. Thank you so much, and look forward to hearing more insights from you in the future.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.